Check it up, son. Check it out now. Industry plant. Now, it's a term that's been popularized by internet message boards all around, but it's been around for a couple of years. Now, it first got some mainstream attention when, in like 2015, a guy who appeared on the XXL freshman list named Rory, he actually rocked a shirt that said like he was an industry plant or he wasn't an industry. I forgot what it was, but the shirt said industry plant. Now, a lot of people thought he was an industry plant. Now, let me explain what an industry plant is. Now, industry plant is seemingly, you know, when you're watching music and you see people pop off and you see people grinding and you see them put out a song, it does this well, they put out another song, does a little bit better. They grind over the years and eventually they cloud up, okay? Now, sometimes we just see motherfuckers and we don't even see the grind. They're just lit, okay? Or it appears they're getting way too much for what they are doing or have been doing in the game. Okay, so when somebody hops on the XXL freshman list and you never heard a fucking song, you can't even find their fans. They got 10,000 followers on Twitter. They tweet, nobody retweeted. They put something on Instagram, nobody likes it. However, somebody at XXL picked them to be on a very exclusive list with other rappers who have a lot of clout and a lot of hard work and dedication that they put in. You start thinking that nigga is there not because of his hard work, but maybe because the industry has chosen him to be in that position. That's the industry plan. Now, people have struggled in figuring out other industry plans because sometimes you can see somebody pop off and it might not be in the type of realm or the type of lane that you listen to music. So they pop off and shit, you never saw their grind, but they do have fans. Some people thought Logic was the industry plan, but Logic put in some work. People thought Russ, and Russ came on Everyday Struggle. People thought he was the industry plan, but if you go back and look, he's been putting in work for like 10 years. Now, after Russ came on my show, Everyday Struggle, yesterday, and he basically said that Chance the Rapper was an industry plant in a sense because he said early on in Chance's career, it made no sense for Chance to be getting the things he was getting then. Chance had a bunch of big-name producers on like his earlier projects, and he was saying unless you had huge connections or you were put in those positions to win, being a person who grinded from the bottom by yourself, you would not been in that position, so that's some industry plan shit. Now, it's kind of spurred the conversation online where people are looking around and say, oh, shit, damn, this is a thing. Let's see who else is an industry plant. And, I mean, we didn't even mention his name on the show, but it feels like people started bringing up one particular guy's name as an industry plant. His name is NAV. Okay, now, he's down with EXO. I've done a story on him before. He's the brown boy in hip-hop, and basically he took to Twitter to kind of let people know that he's not a fucking industry plant. And I know the industry plant isn't going to say he's an industry plant. Come on, who the fuck would be that dumb, right? But, of course, he went to Twitter and he said, I recorded myself, which, by the way, that's his breakout hit, at my mom's crib in Rexdale. Ain't no industry plant here. Now, I'm going to agree with him, even though I understand why people think he's an industry plant, because he seemed like he was just on really quickly. But I have to tell people that it's a big difference between a cosign and also being an industry plant. All right? Nav's success to me could be chalked up to the Weeknd signing him, right? The Weeknd giving him a lot of great looks on tour, and the Weeknd essentially pushing his music, okay? Now, that is completely different from a guy who gets in a position by being an industry plant, gets to hang around and rub shoulders with some of the top people in hip-hop and do some of the things that normally they would need to work harder or put in more work to do. It's completely different from that. But sometimes as a casual fan, you might be blinded because you don't see the come-up. Niggas can't name like 10 songs pre-fame of NAV, or at least I can't. So that's why people are thinking he's an industry plant. However, these days where cosigns don't mean as much, some cosigns still mean a lot. The Weeknd cosigning NAV to me makes him look like an industry plant because we didn't really see the come-up. We didn't really see the come-up. He was too lit already. He just dropped an album. I think he did about like 20-something thousand, but still like he's working with Metro, right? He's working, of course, like Drake fucks with him. The Weeknd signed him. So people look at that to say, what the fuck is going on? Do I think he's a plant? I don't know. Or if he's a fucking plant, he's a good plant because he fooled me. He definitely fooled me. I just think he's a product of being co-signed by the right guy. Okay, get in comments, you guys like them, subscribe. Yo, drop the name of some of the industry plans y'all think is still in the game. We gotta figure out and root out these fucking industry plants. They could be like weed to a goddamn good garden. They fuck up the perception of fans, that fans think that people who just get in these positions are just working hard, when in reality, these industry plans are strategically placed in certain opportunities, strategically placed in certain positions to make it look like they're popping, but they ain't popping because they ain't putting no fucking work. Okay, get in the comments. Make sure you guys like them, subscribe to Akademiks. I'm